Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's just dives into a topic that has been quietly building momentum, but is now fully in the spotlight. Are Maurice and Pearl Wats hiding their relationship from the public now? This is one of those conversations that doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It grows. Slowly, subtly, and then all at once. Because when fans begin to notice patterns, real or perceived, it doesn't take long before questions start turning into theories. And right now, that's exactly what's happening. So instead of jumping straight to conclusions, let's take a step back and really break this down. What people are seeing, why they believe something is being hidden, and what we can actually say for sure at this point. First, where is this idea coming from everything circulating online? There has been no official confirmation from either Maurice or Pearl Wats that they are in a relationship, let alone hiding one. No direct statements, no public acknowledgement, no clear declaration. But that hasn't stopped the conversation. Fans have been picking up on small, subtle details, interactions that seem a bit more intentional, moments that feel slightly more personal, and appearances that suggest a level of closeness beyond the usual. Maybe it's the way they communicate. Maybe it's how comfortable they seem around each other. Or maybe it's just a series of moments that, when combined, begin to tell a story. And once people start connecting those dots, a narrative begins to form. Now here, where things get interesting. The idea of hiding a relationship. Because for many fans, it's not just about whether Maurice and Pearl Wats are together. It's about why they might not be saying anything publicly. Some believe that if there really is something going on, keeping it private could be intentional. And honestly, that wouldn't be unusual. Public figures often choose to keep personal relationships away from the spotlight to avoid pressure, speculation, and unnecessary drama. From that perspective, silence isn't suspicious. It's strategic, but not everyone sees it that way. There are fans who interpret that same silence differently. To them, the lack of confirmation raises questions. They wonder, if everything is normal, why not just be open about it? And that's where curiosity turns into suspicion. Then there's another group entirely, those who aren't convinced there's anything to hide in the first place. They believe people may be reading too much into ordinary interactions, turning simple moments into something deeper than they really are. To them, the hidden relationship idea is more about perception than reality. And that contrast in opinions is what keeps the conversation alive. Now let's talk about social media, because it plays a major role in shaping narratives like this. Every post, every appearance, every interaction becomes part of a bigger puzzle. Fans analyze body language, timing, captions, sometimes even what isn't shown. And when two people are consistently seen together or share a certain kind of chemistry, it doesn't take long before assumptions start forming. But here's the key thing to remember. Interpretation is not confirmation. Just because something looks a certain way doesn't mean it is that way. Now let's address the silence directly. Maurice and Pearl Wats have not publicly addressed these rumors. And silence, as always, leaves space for multiple meanings. Some people see it as privacy, others see it as avoidance. And some see it as nothing at all. But in reality, silence is neutral. It doesn't confirm a hidden relationship, and it doesn't deny one either. It simply means there has been no official statement. And that distinction is important, because right now, everything we're discussing is built on observation, interpretation, and assumption, not verified facts. So what do we actually know? We know that fans have noticed certain interactions. We know those interactions are being interpreted in different ways. And we know a narrative has formed suggesting that something might be going on behind the scenes. But what we don't have is confirmation. No official statement. No verified proof. No clear evidence that a relationship is being hidden. And until that changes, everything remains speculation. Now, that doesn't mean there's no possibility of something real. It just means we don't have enough information to say for sure. And that's where balance comes in. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to discuss. But it's also important to stay grounded in what is actually known. Because sometimes, the story we see online isn't necessarily the full story. It's just the version built from pieces we're able to observe. So where does this leave us? It leaves us with an ongoing conversation, a growing narrative, and a question that still doesn't have a clear answer. Are Maurice and Pearl Wats hiding a relationship from the public, or is this simply a case of fans connecting dots that may not truly be connected? Right now, we don't have a confirmed answer. And until something official comes out, the most accurate way to approach this is to treat it as speculation, not certainty. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think there's actually something being kept private here? Or do you believe this is just another example of how quickly assumptions can grow online? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy these kinds of deep, balanced breakdowns, where we look at both sides instead of jumping to conclusions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Because sometimes, understanding the full picture means looking beyond what's immediately visible.